Okay, so you just walked up to your car in downtown Knoxville and bam, there it is. That dreaded piece of paper tucked under your windshield wiper. You got a parking ticket. Well, don't panic. Let me show you the absolute quickest, easiest way to pay it online without all the hassle. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to take all the stress and confusion out of navigating municipal bureaucracy. Getting a ticket is already frustrating enough, right? Figuring out how to pay the thing shouldn't give you a headache. So we're going to break down exactly what you need to know step by step.
Let's jump straight in and look at the most critical time frame you need to be aware of if you want to save yourself some money. The second you get that ticket, a countdown clock literally starts ticking. So, do you know exactly how long you have before things get even more expensive? You have exactly 10 business days. That's the magic number. You have 10 business days to pay your standard municipal parking ticket before an automatic $9 late fee gets slapped onto your balance. And remember, that is 10 business days from the date the citation was issued. It might not sound like a massive penalty, sure, but why give the city more of your hard-earned cash than you absolutely have to? Acting quickly is absolutely the name of the game here.
Here is our game plan for This Explainer. 1. Don't panic, the basics. 2. Identify your citation jurisdiction. 3. Step-by-step online payment. 4. Troubleshooting common system errors. 5. Appeals and alternative methods. And 6. Future tips and final wrap-up.
Section 1. Don't panic, the basics. So let's start by understanding exactly what you're paying for. You might look at a standard meter or overtime violation and think, okay, $25 fine. But actually, that $25 fine instantly becomes $26. Why? Because a $1 state of Tennessee litigation tax is legally assessed on every single citation. Doesn't matter if you were caught overtime parking, sitting in a no parking zone, or parked improperly, that $25 base fine always gets that $1 bump. Oh, and if you block a fire lane, you're looking at $35 plus the tax. Handicap space violations, those jump all the way up to a $50 base fine. Section 2. Identify your citation jurisdiction.
Now, here is where so many people get hopelessly stuck. Knoxville doesn't just have one single parking system. If you try to pay a ticket in the wrong system, it'll just tell you your ticket doesn't exist. That causes delays, and boom, suddenly you're hit with those 10-day late fees we just talked about. You literally have to check your ticket to see who issued it. Was it the city court, the Knox Park app, UTK? Because if you enter a city ticket into, say, the Knox County Criminal Court portal, you'll just get an error. The city streets and metered spots go through municipalonlinepayments.com, but a Knox Park program zone, that's Ames parking. Parked on the UT campus, that is a totally autonomous system run by the university. So please read the top of your paper ticket very carefully.
Section 3. Step-by-step online payment. All right, once you've confirmed you actually have a standard green City of Knoxville ticket, here is your action plan. The online portal really is your fastest route to freedom. But here is the kicker, and this catches literally everyone off guard. Step 1. You must wait a mandatory 3 business days for the physical ticket to sync with the digital database. I know, right? You actually have to wait 3 days just to be allowed to give the government your money. If you try that same night, it'll look like the ticket doesn't exist. Just wait the 3 days. Then head to the website, select the vehicle information search method, which is definitely the easiest way to find it, and be prepared to pay your fine plus a non-refundable $2.25 convenience fee. Now, here's a massive pro tip for when you enter your license plate tag into that search bar. You have to strictly use uppercase letters and absolutely no hyphens or spaces, or the system will completely reject your query. The city's database is just incredibly literal. If your license plate has a dash, do not type the dash. Lowercase letters, it'll fail. Keep it all caps, all mashed together, and you'll get right through to your balance. And a quick warning here. If you happen to have multiple outstanding tickets, the system enforces a very strict chronological rule. You have to pay the oldest debt first. You cannot just log on and pay a $26 ticket from today if you got an older, unpaid $51 handicap violation from last month just sitting on your record. The system will literally block you from paying the new one until the old one is completely cleared out. Section 4. Troubleshooting common system errors. Okay, so even if you follow all those steps perfectly, there are a few edge cases that will intentionally block you from paying online. It's not a glitch, it's just the law.
For example, if your citation involves underage alcohol consumption, housing codes, or dangerous dog violations, which, I mean, seriously, how did your dog even park a car in the first place? But anyway, sometimes compounding issues will prompt an officer to write "must appear in court" on the citation. If you see those words, don't even bother trying to pay online. You are legally required to make a physical appearance at the city court service counter over on Huron Street. But hey, what if the ticket isn't your fault? Like, what if the physical meter was totally busted? Do not try to pay that online. Instead, you need to initiate an inspection to get it dismissed. First, dial 311 immediately to report it, so the traffic engineering department can go check it out. Then, write the meter number and the malfunction details right there on your physical ticket and hand it back to the city court without payment. If they confirm the meter was dead, you are completely off the hook. Section 5. Appeals and Alternative Methods. So, what if you think the ticket is complete nonsense and you want to fight it? Well, appealing a city ticket is actually a pretty serious gamble. You have to file the paperwork in person within 3 days. And here's the catch. If the judge rules against you, a really hefty $64.50 court fee gets added to your original fine. It's wildly different from a UTK campus ticket, which gives you a comfortable 14 days to just appeal digitally. For a city ticket, if you lose, that standard $26 fine suddenly costs you over $90. Now, what if you just really don't want to pay that $2.25 online convenience fee, or you just prefer offline methods? You can always pay in person or via postal mail. Just make sure you include your license tag and ticket number. If you head down to 1650 Huron Street, they take cash, check, or card. If you're mailing it into their P.O. box, use a check or money order. Never, ever send cash through the mail. Section 6. Future Tips and Final Wrap-Up.
To wrap up our explainer, let's talk about how to make sure you never have to deal with this again. Knoxville is actually modernizing its infrastructure. In March 2025, they eliminated physical meters from over 60 on-street locations and transitioned everything to the Park Mobile app. By downloading that app, you can seamlessly manage your downtime parking right from your phone. You can add time from a meeting or while grabbing lunch, which means absolutely no more sprinting down the block to feed a meter before the parking enforcement officer shows up.
Also, just keep this pricing structure in the back of your mind when you're parking downtown. 2-hour maximum zones run you $2 an hour, but the 4-hour extended zones, those are only $1 an hour. So, if you know you're going to be there for a while, hunt for those extended zones. It's cheaper, and you significantly lower your risk of an overtime ticket. Before we finish up, just a quick disclaimer. City ordinances, fee structures, website URLs, they evolve over time, so it's always a good practice to verify the current rules directly on the official Knoxville City Court website. Always double-check things before you punch your credit card info into any portal.
But listen, with all this knowledge in your back pocket, you can approach Knoxville parking with total confidence. You know exactly how long you have to pay, you know how to identify which website to use, you know those strict formatting rules to avoid getting an error, and you know to just use the Park Mobile app to skip the whole mess in the future. So now that you have the ultimate roadmap to navigating Knoxville's parking bureaucracy, how much time and money will you save the next time you head downtown? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and park smart out there.